Good morning, equity guys. Welcome to Equity Guys Stock Market Academy pre-market video. I'm Manjunath, NISM technical analyst. Let's discuss what happened yesterday in the market. First, Nifty 50, 4 points positive. So open is equal to close almost. Nifty Bank, 4 points negative. Sensex 42 points negative. So you can see the market had done a gap up. Then it closed below 26,200 in Nifty 50. So we can see here. Then India Volatility Index is minus 3.10% change in negative side. So fear is reducing. So you can see some bullishness is continue on the upper side. Then Gift Nifty, then we will discuss in the end. Nifty base, bank base, some sell off, but gold base, silver base is all time high once again. Congratulations. So now let's go to Nifty 50. So how Nifty 50 had performed yesterday. So you can see the Nifty 50 had opened about 26,200. Then it saw some sell off, but it recovered near 26,200 being on weekly expiry. Okay, market had done some consolidation from beginning itself, so it consolidated, it stuck in the range bound. It made its attempt to close about 26,200 but could not sustain, so it closed it below 26,165. So data is bullish only, but I will call it bullish consolidation. Okay, so that is the right word, I can use it. Now let's go to sectoral wise. You can see Nifty IT some sell off, Nifty Bank is negative, Nifty Infrastructure some negative, Nifty Auto sector is positive, Nifty Metal sector is negative. So all you can see is so many sectors are positive, so many sectors are negative. So I can call it as bullish consolidation once again. Advanced decline ratio, the sentiment is on bullish side. Sentiment is no, bullish side in Nifty 50 as well. Nifty Bank, you can see some negative side. So you can call it as bearish data. So Nifty 50 is positive, Nifty Bank is negative. Option chain. Let's go to option chain. That's very, very important. We have to select the last expiry. That is monthly expiry of 30th December 2025. Last expiry of 2025, Nifty 50. So in the money call option is selling, out of the money call option is selling, or in the money put option is selling, out of the money put option is selling. So you can see this is completely range bound market as of now. So based on this one, I can call it as the market can remain range bound because you can predict like, okay, tomorrow is a holiday because of Christmas. Then you can think, okay, there are many positions which are holding for this year end. So you can think, okay, it's a range bound market. PCR ratio, it is neutral. PCR ratio is neutral. As per option chain, let's see support and resistance. You can see here 26,200 will act as some resistance zone. At the same time, you can see some 26,200 will act as some support zone. So it is range bound. And you can see here 26,000 as well. It is also a strong support zone. So data is range bound as per option chain. Now, let's go to FIDA activity. In cash market, FIs are selling, DIs are buying. So data is bullish kind of thing. But in index futures, FIs are buying, stock futures in FIs are buying. So you can see here the orders are the derivative contract which FIs are bought is indicating bullishness. Global market, let's analyze US futures first. US 30, US 500, US Tech 100. You can see the data is almost neutral, neutral, neutral. Then cash market, if we come to cash market, we have to go to Dow Jones positive, S&P 500 positive, Nasdaq is also positive. European market, DAX closed positive, FTSE 100 negative, positive, CAC 40 is negative. Okay, so data is somehow bullishness. Let's go to Asian market, which is already open. Nikkei is already running at positive. So bullishness. Hang Seng is steady, close neutral. Kospi it's already running at neutral to bullish. ADRs, Infosys ADR some sell off, profit booking. Wipro ADR some profit booking. ICICI some buy. HDFC Bank profit booking. Dr. Reddy's Lab is close negative. So data is bearish. So some data is suggesting bullish, some data is suggesting bearish. Based on that one, let's plan for the day. Before that one, let's go to contracts. Nifty December contract. If you compare with Nifty 50, you can see some buying is there in Nifty contract. December contract that is of 25 points premium. So bullishness. Nifty Bank is also running at some price of 190 points. So that is also bullishness. So you can see India VIX is minus. So I will call this as India VIX is okay. It's suggesting some bullishness. Based on Gift Nifty, very very important. Gift Nifty, if you compare with Nifty December, yes, it's suggesting some bullishness because see Gift Nifty, even though it's in red color, you can compare Gift Nifty minus Nifty December future. You can see some 22 points, 32 points of positive. So that is indicating gap up today in the market. So based on that one, let's have a plan for the support and resistance. We will mark our resistance zone 26,234. First resistance 26,325. That is all-time high is our second resistance. Then we have 26,400, 26,500 because there is no historical candles. So support side 26,119, 26,001, 26,047. Then we have 25,880. You can mark these gap zones as well. The market will come and fill this gap. You make these gaps as like keep the lines so that whenever the market comes down to fill that gap, you will get a good opportunity to buy good quality stocks. So that is the thing. So investment point of view, yes, no, there is no opportunity. Investment point of view, intraday point of view, the data is some bullishness, but it will remain as bullish consolidation because of some holidays and Christmas holidays in most of the global world markets. So you can predict like that. But remember, S1 will act as strong support zone. If it breaks, then we can see some profit booking. But until that one, it is buy and dip market. So trade your setups, not your views. Thank you. All the best.